Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to No One Has to Die. A game where we can't save anyone, not even the person we save. But we can, perhaps, find the truth. Alright, this time let's actually listen to Troy, so to speak. So long, Space Cowboy. It was nice knowing ya. Yep. Locking doors, of course, prevents the water from getting through, because fire can't go through doors. It's not a ghost. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Troy. Phew, that was tense for a bit. Glad that's over. Dude, a man just died. Right in front of you, even. How can you talk like that when someone just died? Yeah, exactly, Christina. He had this coming. He tried to kill us. Really? I'm pretty sure he just saved you. Not his best decision. Oh, haha. So you two know each other? Yep. Me and Steve have had the misfortune of working together for the last few years. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, Chris. Don't you wish you'd gotten to work in Troy's department instead? Shouldn't you two be looking for a way out? We're not all old like you. We can walk and type, thank you very much. The main hallway's been completely destroyed by fire. I can't get through. I'm having the same problem. I found a staircase up to the next floor, though. No, same here. There's one here, too. Shall we head up? Sure, why not? Wait, hang on. I'm starting to... If they can get up through these staircases and such, why can't they just go back down the staircases to where it's relatively... to avoid the fire or water or what have you? I guess maybe it came up behind them and cut them off? I don't know. I'm questioning things that probably aren't supposed to be questioned. Then that's what I do. Okay, I'm heading up now. Beginning scan. Floor B2. Our visitor's being very quiet. What's your story? Me? I don't work here. I was just making a delivery. Ha! So he doesn't work here, eh? I'd say that's some rum luck, but it's not like you're in danger. Well, I don't know. Maybe you are. But you're not the one being killed at the hands of a capricious visitor. A delivery? Let me guess. Tires? Pop-up books? No, stationery. Those are some strange guesses, though. What exactly do you do here? You know, that's a great question. What do we do here, Lionel? I know you got that message, Lionel. Forget it. I wasn't expecting an answer anyway. To be honest, no one really knows what Phoenix Corporation actually does. Judging by the name... well... resurrective immortality? Or maybe creating mythical birds. I don't know. The company buys random items. Toilet seats, guitars, you name it, in bulk, and then sells it all off for next to no profit. We're all almost certain it's a front. That right. What would they need of random items and some sort of time machine, with regards to some sort of time machine thing. Is it really all just a front, or are these things actually important? For some reason. But it pays well, so we stay here. Well, Christina works here because nowhere else wants her, but that's different. How about you shut up while I ask Lionel a serious question? I want to know about the cockatiels. The what? Cockatiels? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I don't know. I don't even know what a cockatiel is. Oh, the cockatiels story. For nearly a year, we'd be constantly getting in shipments of live cockatiels. By the thousands. God knows how many birds they bought. Oh, so they are breeding mythical birds then. Alright. Or maybe it's a pun. Right, I get it. I get it. It's not about resurrective immortality. Not exactly. What does a phoenix do? When it dies, it, you know, is reborn. It sends itself back to its previous state of an egg, which then hatches into a newborn chick. So that's the joke. They're sending birds back in time, and that's why they're called Phoenix Corporation. Why they're sending birds back in time, I don't know. They're probably just test subjects or something. But that's the pun. That's terrible. Anyway. But the cockatiels were never seen again. No one knows what was done with them. It's an animal rights issue. Whoa, that is weird. What was going on, Lionel? We were buying cockatiels looking for a phoenix. Oh, that's interesting. It sounds like he's making a joke, and he is. But the joke is on us. But then... No, there's something about this story I'm not getting. Just like Steve. But less so. You don't have to get it. That didn't even answer the question. Has anyone found anything interesting on the second floor? Nope. Nothing much here. Most of this building is reserved for storage. Shouldn't you guys all know your way around this building? Our access to the rooms here is very limited. That would be on your request, wouldn't it, Lionel? Truth be told, I rarely visit myself. I also rarely visit myself. I know what facilities this building contains, but I know very little about its layout. That's right. It's been in the notices for weeks that you were coming today. Was today something special? I was just dealing with some financial business. Nothing that could have encouraged arson. Unless they wanted to kill you specifically, I guess, but didn't want to make it look targeted. Calculations complete. Floor on B2. 1 casualty unavoidable. Candidates. Lionel. Steve. God damn it. Not again. You are just shit out of luck, aren't you, Steve? Either Lionel or Steve is going to die. Are you gonna be this route's Troy then? Where just it all constantly wants you to die? Anyway. As the CEO of this corporation, I must request that you save me. Don't you dare! Please, save Steve! I don't know why this fire was started, but you can be sure Lionel's responsible in some way. But Steve's done nothing wrong! That's an interesting statement, Christina. It's great to hear you sticking up for me for once, Chris. But our visitors already saved me once. It's their choice what they do this time around. Visitor, my life in your hands. Make the right decision. Save me. You will be well compensated. This isn't about money, you asshole! Shut up, both of you. It's getting hot in here. This is up to our visitor. Interesting that you'd be so insistent that Lionel dies. Maybe you just really like Steve. Or maybe there's something... Holy shit, Christina started the fire, didn't she? She started it with the express purpose of killing Lionel, didn't she? She killed the security guards, didn't she? She wanted to fucking kill off Lionel, so she started this fire. But why would she start it while she was still in the danger zone, in the building? What? Because she wanted access to the time machine, didn't she? Holy shit. Huh. So here we are again, then, eh? The same architecture with a slightly different cast of characters. Either we save Lionel and Steve dies by fire, or we save Steve and Lionel drowns. And we can't save both of them by sacrificing her, despite our suspicions, because she's needed to man the switch. She dies in 2 turns without that door locked, and without her, at least Lionel dies. Just think, even with all 4 people here, we could save every last one of them if we could just lock 3 of these doors. But that's not the world we live in. Instead, one must die. I have to lock this door. Moment of truth. Who lives and who dies? Steve, this random bozo? Or the man she tried to murder? Fuck it. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Steve. You've made the right decision. I'll make sure you won't regret it. I'm sorry, Christina. I could only save one of them. Christina? Okay, that's alright. I don't expect you to talk to me after what I've done. How are we going to get out of here with one of us not playing along? I'm sure she's still trying to get out of here. She just has a lot to deal with at the moment. Like the fact that her little scheme has gotten someone she knew killed. And the one that and her target still lives on. Mayhap. Indeed, Steve most likely wasn't even supposed to be here in the first place. He just happened to be working late one day. Isn't that funny? Well, either way, I found the stairs. Beginning scan, floor B1. Christina, just so you know, I understand this must be awful for you. I really am sorry. Don't beat yourself up about it. You did the right thing. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 2 casualties unavoidable. Did I now? Candidates, Christina, Lionel. 2 casualties unavoidable? No. That means we're both going to die. It's over. We've reached our ends. No! You can't both die! There's no other option. I'm afraid this is it. Good. I'd rather die than live in a world with people like you two. Yeah, well, fuck you too. Christina, Lionel, I'm sorry. I let you guys down. It's alright. There's nothing you could have done. He could have saved Steve instead of you! Now's not the time to squabble. Goodbye, both of you. Just because you're about to die doesn't mean you're a saint! I hope you both burn in hell! Christina, don't do this. Don't waste your final moments like this. Give me one reason why I shouldn't! Urgent. Please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. You are just fantastic at choosing the worst possible times to end conversations, aren't you? Well, yeah, it's the same floor and everything. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Bad end. The mystery is not yet solved, and yada yada yada. Guess now we know what would have happened if I had tried to save... Well. Guess we've got no choice then. See ya, space cowboy. Drowning's a bad way to go. The fire has been contained. Casualties: Lionel. Good. Not beating the allegations, Christina. Now who's being insensitive? That was the head of our company, Chris. And you chose me over him, visitor? Don't ask me to explain my choices. Makes me sick thinking about what I just had to do. Had to do, indeed, visitor. How do you think I feel? I didn't get a choice. What if I wanted to die? To save Lionel? As if you would ever sacrifice yourself for anyone. Hey, fuck you, Christina. You're one to fucking talk. And you would? No, but at least I'm upfront about it. Yeah, well, fuck you too. Oh, I found a set of stairs. I'm going to head on up. I'm already on the next floor. I just didn't bother saying anything about it. Rude. That's a great story. Are you seriously getting competitive about... Beginning scan, floor B1. Do you think we get paid overtime for this crap? The head of your company just died. I'm not certain you guys even have jobs anymore. I don't know. Barely matters though. Time and a half of what we make is still next to nothing. Maybe Troy set the fire because he was angry about all the wage cuts recently. God, do you have any clue? Wait until we get out of here before we start making jokes about the deceased. Hey, you're the one who, like, making jokes about the deceased is infinitely less disrespectful than what you fucking did, Christina. God damn. Hey, I could be right for all you know. The guy was whack. Wouldn't take much to set him off. No, just stop. I mean it. Yeah, you're some fucking saint, aren't you? Or maybe this hit a bit too close to home. You know, speaking of the deceased, I've been so wrapped up in working with you guys, I almost forgot I'm in a room with 2 dead bodies. Whoa, I'd forgotten too. That's awful. What can you find out about them? I guess I should probably search them, huh? I really don't want to, though. Ugh, good luck. You must have a stronger stomach than me. Okay, I'll go look now. Back. I found a blue file in the hand of one of them. Really? What does it say? It's the security code. One that Troy gave us. Wait, really? Why are you surprised, Chris? It would explain how Troy could tell us the code. Would it? Unless, of course, you know damn well that he wasn't the one that killed them. And maybe that's why you feel so... And maybe that's why you're so prickly about making jokes about his death. Because you knew damn well that he was lying and you did nothing to convince us otherwise. You want to think that Steve would never sacrifice himself for anyone else because you know damn well that you wouldn't, and you want to think that everyone else is like you. But you didn't just not sacrifice yourself, did you? You're actively the reason why we're all in danger. You killed those people. You put us all at risk. All for what? Christina, that was her mother's name, wasn't it? That's what Troy said, right? I don't get it either. Why shoot two people, set a building on fire, and then try to play the hero? It makes no sense to me. Of course it wouldn't. Because that... Since... That's certainly not what you would do. That's certainly not what you did. Why don't we ask him? Oh, whoops. No, it's not funny. Hey, simple mistake. You're a simple mistake. Chris? Chris? You sure managed to get yourself ignored a lot. I wasn't that fussed on talking to her anyway. You too. Calculations complete. Fire on floor B1. 1 casualty unavoidable. No. Bet you're gonna be real fussed about talking to her now. Candidates. Christina. Steve. No. No! Chris. I thought I was gonna make it. There's only one more floor to ground level. You're getting out of here, Chris. There's no way I'm letting you die. Don't you dare! Don't you even think about it! You're not sacrificing yourself for me. Chris. You know I don't mean any of the shit I say, right? Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. You don't need to die to prove that. Good. Then I'm ready. Steve! No! You don't deserve to die! Does anyone? No one deserves to die, Chris. Especially not you. Quite so, Steve. And yet, everyone has to die. You're not gonna ignore me now, are you? I just don't know what to say. How about goodbye? Whatever happens, this is the last time we'll ever talk to each other. This isn't how I wanted things to go! I'll bet it wasn't. But this is the future you chose. Do you think I want to die? You don't understand! He doesn't, does he? He doesn't know. I'm sorry, you two. If I don't do something now, you'll both die. It's alright. I'm ready now. It'll be like a barbecue. Shut up! You're not going to die. Is he visitor? Our visitor knows what they're doing. They'll save you. Visitor! Promise me you'll save him! Promise me! Urgent. Please enter your security system orders immediately. The chat system has been locked until your decision is made. I could have him go there, lock the door behind him, or run right up there and start up the water to save her. But by the time he does that, the fire will have already spread. and it'll be too late. I could lock that door, but what good will that fucking do, eh? If there was someone over in that room with the lever, I could simply have him retreat and lock the door, have her protected by the water, and then lock the other door to protect the guy in the lever room. Even if there was another person over in the other area, if there were all 4 of them here, it would still only take a mere 3 locked doors. But we don't live in that world. It's time to choose. As if it's a difficult choice. The fire has been contained. Casualties, Christina. I'm so sorry. I don't want to hear it. If you were sorry, you would have listened to me. I had to make a decision. I don't expect you to be happy with what I've done. Ironically, it was your... Ironically, you could say that it was your desperate pleas to save the others and kill you instead that convinced me otherwise, just like with Troy. Just shut up! This is all a trick. This is a nightmare. You're still there, aren't you, Chris? If you're there, send me a message. You're just ignoring me again, right? Steve, I understand this must be impossible for you right now, but you need to keep moving. What the hell is the point of that? Christina just died for you. If you don't get out of here, she'll have died for nothing. Sure. I'm gonna get out of here. And it's gonna turn out this has all been some sick joke, and Chris will be waiting for me outside, alive. I mean, how do I even know it was Chris who was writing those messages, right? Okay, I'm ready. I'm heading up to ground level now. I can't wait to see her again. Huh. Beginning scan, ground floor. Alright, just a little further. Oh, there's a desk here with one of those blue files you were talking about on top of it. It's another security code. Another one? But what for? I guess with this, you can control more fire doors at a time? Not a lot of use now. One more fire door wouldn't have even saved her. I don't think. Unless we could have... I don't know. Steve, are you still there? Steve? I knew it! I told you! Told me what? She's alive! Chris is alive! What? What's going on? No fire detected. So, there was a file next to the one with the security code. When I saw it, I knew I had to read it. It was titled The Phoenix Experiment. The one with the cockatiels? Just let me explain. So I didn't get a lot of it, but here's what I understood. So, Phoenix Corp had an experiment plan where they were going to buy lots of cockatiels and teach them to say a phrase. But every time they had enough birds for the experiment, they would just randomly decide to increase their sample size. Huh. All in all, they brought around 6 million cockatiels. They stopped buying them the day something weird happened. Let me guess. One of the cockatiels had already learned the phrase before they taught it to them. One of the cockatiels they bought already knew the phrase they were going to teach it. Oh yes, they were searching for a phoenix indeed. Which implies... And they were expanding the sample size constantly to see if one would come back from the future where they already sent it back. But then why did it take 6 million cockatiels? Unless... Oh. I get it. Weird. Maybe whoever sold it to them knew what was going on and tried to mess with the experiment? Let me finish! So they tagged this special cockatiel that already knew the phrase, and it taught the phrase to all the other cockatiels. But the experiment didn't end there. They ran each and every one of the cockatiels through some kind of machine. It was worse than Chris had thought. They all died. All of them, except one. The bird that they'd marked. The one that already knew the phrase was fine. Yeah. Because it already went back. And the others... But what happened to the others, though? Did they... They went to other timelines, didn't they? That's what he was saying about the other worlds. Other worlds that they left behind. All those other cockatiels went to other worlds, and that's why they all died, because they were no longer in that world. Or rather, their mind wasn't, I guess? Because it's sending their mind back, not their body. Whereas that one managed to actually be sent back to the same timeline, which meant that it progressed past the point that it got sent back in that timeline. I guess. I'm not entirely certain that makes sense, but I think that's what they're getting at. What? What sort of machine works like that? I have no idea. The paper talks very little about the machine itself, and what it does say, I don't understand. Bizarre, but how does this tell you Christina is alive? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place right now. So here's the thing. The phrase that the birds were taught. It was, Christina lives. That's... Christina like her mother, right? That's... Oh. I think I see why Christina decided to burn this place down now. I don't think that means what you think it means. Steve, are you sure you're feeling alright? I mean it! That's what it says! You can see for yourself when I show Chris. But even if it's true, we still have no idea what that phrase means. What do you mean? Christina lives. It means she's alive. We don't understand anything about the experiment. It could mean anything. Steve? Come on, you need to keep in contact. Sorry, no time to type. I've got to find a way out so I can find Chris. See you soon. No, keep talking. Steve, come on. Steve has disconnected. Reason, signal lost. Steve? What the hell have you done? I'm coming to find you. Visitor has disconnected. Steve end. The mystery is not yet solved. You must explore all possibilities to find the truth. Well then, I'm starting to think I know what the fuck is going on here. And yet, still 2 more paths remain. 2 more that, if my guesses are correct, may be the most enlightening of them all. Or, indeed, if my guesses are completely incorrect, especially then. We've deciphered so much, but there are still more perspectives to discover. Still more pieces of the truth. 3 more ends to find. And after that, will we know the truth? Or will there be yet more to discover? Well, I guess we're just going to have to find out, aren't we? Next time. So, until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.